Question: Hello Tunia and Hakann, I want to ask you how the daily life looks in your dimension and reality.
Answer: This is Commander Hakann speaking. I greet you in peace and love. Thank you for your question. It pleases me that apparently you and we are thinking alike, because Tunia sent a message to the channeler detailing what a day in her life was like, just before receiving this question. That message is called, Tunia, A Day in My Life, NSFW. It will probably have been posted a short while ago. In this message, I will detail what a day in my life is like. To provide context, my position is about analogous to an Earthling general. I am a bit lower in our version of the hierarchy than Ashtar. The first part of my day, or cycle, is very similar to Tunia. I rest with my family. Sometimes I do some reconnaissance during my rest period via astral travel. After I wake up, sometimes I choose to skip solid meals and choose to live exclusively off energy and liquids, as your breatharians do. Then once my day starts, I usually have so much work to do that I choose to be in 4 or 5 places at once. Literally. On your world this ability is called bilocation, only I choose to be in 4 or 5 locations and not just 2. Normally I am only in just one location during family time or rest time. My family deserves my full attention and my complete presence. By the way, archangels can be in near infinite places at once. So once you have learned to contact archangels, feel free to just talk to them as much as you want. You are not distracting them from other matters. So, I am in 4 or 5 locations at once. It's common for one of my beings to undertake diplomatic missions. Often I use telepathy or teleportation to make this quicker. One reason why Pleiadians have greater access to supernatural powers is that our consciousness, subconsciousness, mind, energy, what our soul wants and what God wants are all aligned towards one purpose. Similarly, we consider it to be important that we are on the same page as other benevolent races, such as the Arcturians. Therefore communication and diplomacy are one part of my responsibilities. It's also common for one of my beings to either lead missions in the field, or to train my soldiers. One noteworthy way of training is that if the soldier consents, I can possess him or her and move as them, so that they can feel in their body exactly how they should move and act. Then I unpossess them and they can repeat that motion. That is now easier, because they have felt it in their body already. Their body has already made those motions. Of course, I would never possess someone who does not consent. We Pleiadians have few rules, but do not directly harm another is one of them. From our perspective, violating someone's free will falls under direct harm. When it comes to specifically our military, we want people to master each ladder of the hierarchy before they can ascend to the next step. So yes, I have been a regular soldier. That also means that I can instruct and train soldiers more efficiently. In general, Pleiadians do not really like to label some specific people as teachers and to have others not teach. We want everyone to teach occasionally, because teaching something solidifies the information in the mind of the teacher. In the past you have had education systems where older kids teach younger kids, with some adult supervision. This is a good idea. Sometimes we have holodeck war games and I fight on the front lines. This ensures that I do not become out of touch with the on-the-ground reality of fighting. And the troops really get a kick out of trying to shoot me or psionically disable me during holodeck war games, even if it is just a simulation. And I have enough pride that this pushes me to keep my own skills sharp. Then it's common for one of my beings to engage in intelligence work. Part of this is just downloading information into my brain. Part of this is remote viewing or astral traveling, or talking to people who specialize in that. Luckily, creativity only comes from source, which means that beings who are cut off from source are not creative at all. That makes it very easy to predict what the dark forces are going to do. Note that we do not think of the future as if that is some static thing. We view different possible timelines. Which future manifests, depends on the actions that people take. Therefore we cannot answer questions like when will this happen? It depends on your actions and you are much less predictable than the dark forces. At most we can say what is likely and what is unlikely. Furthermore, it is common for one of my beings to either learn or teach some new craft or skill. For example, I might study energy engineering for a day, both to learn the basics of that skill, as well as learn more about my fellow brothers and sisters on the New Jerusalem. Similarly, I may teach a skill to someone or make study materials that are aimed at teaching a skill. I can put into a computer exactly what I do and think and how I move and what I do with my energy. That way anyone who wishes to learn this skill can replay that and see exactly how to do that, from A through the I's perspective. This is part of the reason why we are so much more effective than the dark forces. If someone near the top of the dark hierarchy gets taken out, then his underlings have no idea what to do. If someone were to take me out, then one of my subordinates would just download exactly how I do everything and he or she would be able to take over my responsibilities with only a slight loss of efficiency. You may think that this is impressive, but remember that your psionic potential is greater than ours. One day you Earthlings will be able to do all of this and more. And on that day, I will be honored to work side by side with you. I do intend to be alive for at least several hundred more years. I hope that I can see the coming golden age of Earthlings with my own eyes. Or perhaps I should call it the coming golden age of humanity, for both Earthling and Pleiadian society will blossom in the coming years. I also want to say that no one is forcing me to work this hard. I have volunteered for all of these things, because I care very much about the suffering of Earthlings and the suffering of other beings. After all, you are me, and I am you. That said, if ever I feel exhausted, then there are more than enough people that I can ask to fill in for me. But in general, I actually get a lot of energy from being at the forefront of this Pleiadian operation to help liberate Earth. There is nowhere else I would rather be. I hope you found this interesting. Again, I want to point out that Tunia has described her day too, and it's called Tunia, a day in my life, NSFW. Her days are a lot less busy, less intense and more conventionally pleasurable and relaxed. I do not say this to judge her, I am just saying that what she describes is a lot closer to an average Pleiadian day than what I describe. Among my people I am considered to be a bit of a workaholic and somewhat intense, although I do not mind working hard when I am in my purpose. I hope that you too will one day experience the near boundless amounts of energy that come with living your purpose. Better days are coming. You are doing great. I love you. Your star brother, Hakann.